Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. So today I wanted to make a top 5 on Reddit Online, and I haven't done one of these in a long time on Reddit Online. I actually did a few, I think it was over a year ago, but a lot of people have been asking me could I start doing top 5s on Reddit Online, and I wanted to. And this is going to be my first one in a long time, and I have much more planned, but I figured I would do top 5 features and tricks that many people don't know about. Now I did a similar one like this, but for GTA Online, and there's a lot of features and tricks in the game that a lot of people don't know about. Some of these you might know, some of them you might seem obvious to you, but a lot of people I notice don't know about these things, and the game doesn't do a really good job of explaining them or even saying that they're in the game. Even when some of these things were added in updates, the game still didn't say that they were there when they technically were added. But anyways, let's get started with the video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. Starting off at number 5, we have Carriage and Horseless. Now, this was actually added with the most recent update, Frontier's Pursuit, and it was added in, the information about the update, but a lot of people, they don't seem to take advantage of it, or they don't realize that it's in the game, because I see a lot of people passing these wagons, and they pass these wagons way before I get to them, and I'm the only one that's basically going up to them. I've seen a few people go to them, but not a lot. And basically what I'm talking about is these wagons, specifically ones that look like this, and also there's the other ones where, you have the little tent top on the back. They oftentimes carry 2 chests in the back. There's one big chest and then a small chest on the right side. And these chests can actually have some pretty good loot in them. I found plenty of food, a lot of canned food I found in the back of these, and I've also found a lot of tonics. Tonics for myself, tonics for my horse. Plenty of good stuff that I found in the back of these carriages. And I have actually stopped buying tonics because I've just stocked up on so many tonics from these carriages. Every single time I see one of these carriages, I go up to them, kill the driver, hop in the back of it, and then I just loot the back. I would suggest, if you're going to kill the driver, kill him with a knife. That way the horse won't run away, because when the horse hears gunshots, oftentimes the wagon will start running away. But always check out these carriages. There's also these boxes that are on the back of these wagons. You don't actually need a lock breaker to open them. These have actually been in the game since day one. They do have, the same thing inside. They have a box of pistol ammo, a box of repeater cartridges, and some biscuits. Just a little tip also there that there's some stuff in the back. Additionally, you can also get stuff out of horses. You can get some money and you can get some tonics out of horses. Sometimes I found some good stuff there, but it can be a little challenging to go for both bags because oftentimes the horse will kick you. So the last two aren't as worth going for, but the first one, the carriages, if you ever see one of these carriages, just go for them, go in the back of them, check the chests, because oftentimes they're carrying pretty good loot. At number 4, we have surrendering to bounty hunters. Now, out of all of these on this list, this one probably the least amount of people know about. Now, you guys will probably know that when you get a $20 bounty in this game, other players can go after you, and they can either kill you or capture you. But when you have a $10 bounty, NPC bounty hunters can also spawn and go after you, and this can be really annoying because you have to fight so many of them, and when you die, they take the whole bounty away from you. But there actually is a way. There is a way to get rid of the bounty for free and not have to deal with all the enemies going after you. Basically, what you do is, whenever the NPC bounty hunters spawn, just get off your horse, put away your weapon, and just surrender to them, just like I'm doing right here. And when you do it correctly, they will go up to you, your screen will go black, you can also have the chance to draw your weapon, but I wouldn't do that here, just surrender to them, and they will actually take you to jail. And when they take you to jail, each dollar actually represents a second on your bounty, how long you spend in jail. So let's say you have a $10 bounty, you will spend 10 seconds in jail. And after those 10 seconds, basically the bounty will go away for free, so you don't have to worry about it. So you don't have to worry about them taking your bounty, you don't have to fight all the enemies, just surrender to the bounty hunters, the NPC bounty hunters, when they go after you, and they'll take you to jail, and that'll end it. You can also surrender to other player bounty hunters, but that's only when you have over a $20 bounty, but you don't know if they're going to shoot you or not, because they could still shoot you. But whenever you have to deal with these NPC bounty hunters, just surrender to them, because when you have over a $10 bounty in this game, you can't do stranger missions, you can't do bounty hunter missions, you're limited in a lot of the things you can do, and these guys can get really annoying when they chase you. At number 3, we have lassoing medium animals. Now this one, the game doesn't tell you that you can do this either. Now basically this is extremely useful, especially for newer players to the game, because new players, when they don't have like a rifle and they can't get clean kills, this is the best thing to get clean kills. And even when you have a rifle, you should still take advantage of this. The only time I'll really shoot animals is when it's like a larger animal that I can't lasso, or a smaller animal. Those you gotta use the varmint rifle or the bow, or I'll shoot them if there's like a bunch of animals together. But if it's like a single animal, I'll oftentimes lasso them. And let's say that it's a perfect condition animal, like a perfect condition white-tailed deer. You lasso that deer, and then right after you lasso the deer will start struggling, and that's when you know you did it correctly. Get off your horse and just go right towards the animal. Then just use the knife and just kill the animal. This ensures a clean kill, it doesn't ruin the pelt or the carcass at all, and also saves you a bullet. And oftentimes, when I miss an animal, I don't hit the animal properly, I'll miss the heart shot or I'll miss the head shot, and I'll hit it somewhere else, and it'll ruin a perfect carcass or a perfect pelt. Whatever condition the animal is in, when you lasso the animal, that is the condition that it will be in when you knife it after lassoing. And you can do this for boars, you can do this for deer, you can do this for elk. You can't do it for larger animals like, a buffalo, or I should call it a bison, or like a bear. Those don't work for it. Those you gotta shoot. But like the more medium animals, those, like the deers, the elk, the boars, those you can lasso. Use the knife. I do this trick still to this day, do it a lot. Oftentimes, it saves a bullet, ensures a clean kill, and on top of that, you can also put one on the back of your horse if you don't have a hunting wagon, and then you can get another kill, and you can actually lasso that carcass, and then you can take that right back to your camp. Just make sure you don't skin the carcass that you want to lasso, because then you can't lasso it and you can't pull it, but you can put one on the back of your horse, and then lasso the carcass, and you can take 2 back to camp, or take 2 to the butcher. It's very useful for that. Moving on to number 2, we have knocking out lassoed bounties. Now this is if you play the bounty hunter role, and it's especially helpful for people that like to do it a lot. Now this I actually didn't know about probably at least for 2 weeks after the DLC came out. A lot of people started, posting comments and telling me about this. And basically, you always want to try to take a bounty alive if you can, because you do get more money and you do get a little bit more XP, so it's better to take the bounty alive. Now, if you're doing a multiple target bounty and you put them in the back of the bounty wagon, they can't escape, you don't have to worry about it. But if you're just starting out the bounty hunter, you don't have a bounty wagon, you gotta put one on the back of your horse, or if you're doing like a single target that it's better to use just your horse and put him on the back, it can get really annoying because they will break free eventually. Even if it's a reinforced lasso, the bounty targets will eventually break free, and it can be really annoying because, one time I went AFK for just basically a minute, and I was right near, the sheriff about to deliver the target. I waited like a minute or two, just so I would get more money. I came back a minute later, and the target was gone, and I failed the mission. They got off my horse and ran away. Now, basically what you can do is right after you tie up the bounty target, lock onto the target, and just basically start kicking them. And keep kicking them until you knock them out. When you knock them out, they will not be able to escape. So you can put them back on your horse, and they still count as being alive, so you still get the full reward. You might want to be careful if you're doing this with players, because if you're doing this with like a posse, there's a glitch where certain knocked out targets will actually count as them being dead. I don't know why it does that, but if you're doing it solo, it's your bounty, you can always go for the target, just knock them out, put them on the back of your horse, you can go AFK then, and you don't have to worry about them running away, and you can turn them in. As you can see right here, I knocked out the guy, turned him into the sheriff, and he was still alive, and I got the full reward. They can't escape when they're knocked out and tied up. And number 1, the number 1 trick that a lot of people don't know about and I think is really important is honor-affecting resupply missions. Now, for the trader, you have to collect materials and you also have to collect supplies. And supplies, you can only get those in resupply missions, or you can get them also by buying them. But if you do want to do resupply missions, a lot of people I notice they really don't like the hunting missions, and I can't blame them because the hunting missions, they kind of suck because you go to a specific area looking for the animal, you can spend around 10 minutes there and not find the animal and fail the mission. Now, people say that steal missions are much better, and they are, but there's actually a way to get steal missions pretty much every single time, and you don't have to deal with the annoying hunting missions. Basically, you just have to have low honor. It's as simple as that. When you have low honor, you will always have the steal missions. You don't have to worry about the hunting missions. You don't have to do those. And the easiest way that I would say to get low honor in this game, because it's actually easier to get high honor, because if you do the bounty hunter a lot, you can actually get your honor up pretty quickly. The easiest way to get low honor in this game would probably be to kill a lot of NPCs, just murdering them, probably in Saint Denis, but I wouldn't recommend that because then your bounty is going to stock up and, lawmen are going to go after you. I personally would recommend just doing a bunch of bounty missions and just killing the targets. If you do like a multiple bounty target mission, like one which has multiple targets in it, and you just kill every single one of them and just bring them to sheriff, that will actually decrease your honor by a lot. And if you want to, keep doing those steal missions, you got to keep your honor, low. And you will always get those steal missions. You don't have to worry about those hunting missions. I've taken advantage of this. Whenever I have low honor, I do the steal missions. But when I have high honor and I don't feel like dealing with the hunting missions, I'll just pay for supplies. But if you don't feel like paying for supplies, you want to always do the steal missions, keep your honor low. And that is that for this list. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like. And if you're new to my channel, enjoy my content, subscribe. Also, let me know down below if there's any other features or tricks that I might have missed. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.